Welcome to the 2-year celebration of 2 years here at the beautiful Rialto Theater. So glad you're here with us tonight. We're going to have an open mic out here, and then we'll move to the back at 8 o'clock, or by 8 o'clock at least, for the feature performances tonight. So we're going to call some folks up to the open mic, give them that energy and love you just shared out. The more energy you give, the more the poet can give back to you. We are going to welcome first to the open mic tonight, regular here for quite a while now. Please welcome Stephen Pryce.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Most of my poetry is about work and recovery. This is from the Blue Collar Review, and it is about my brother's recovery. My older brother has an intellectual disability. He doesn't like being treated differently. He tried many times to work in the community. My father believes in self-sufficiency. He has a master's degree and a white-collar job. He picked up my brother from his t-shirt work, being a dishwasher or janitor. They always talked about what he couldn't get done or how he could improve. Most of the time, my brother just wanted to resign. I knew those jobs could be tough. I had them myself. Your hard work was never enough. For him, it was hard to measure up. When I came home from college, I saw he was losing his balance. He grabbed the walls, going up and down the stairs and through the halls. It seemed unfair. The doctor found a cyst on his spine. It could have been from stress. It would be difficult to remove, a medical risk. Lucky if the surgery was a success. Now he has a deep scar on his neck. I wish he had the support he was needed. He refuses to even go to a workshop. He was so poorly treated.
Now, Steve comes pretty much every month, and not only does that, Steve gets here before I do, and then helps me bring in stuff out of my car, like every time. He's a great dude. I really appreciate you.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, next up to the open mic. You ready? Okay. Next up to the open mic, please welcome Sylvia Clark.
Hello.
Hello.
While I lay dreaming of you. 1. The daytime is too much. In fades the cool blackness of night in the white heat summer, veiling terrible things in tranquil ignorance. In faces without houses, searching in their wanting, a needing as endless as yours or mine screams clean water. Sweat cools for the night, and the world turns a closed eye. 2. At a bus stop, USA Today waves free over a tossing and turning veteran camouflaged by the bench. He is encrusted with electrolytes. Sand tucked in the corners of his closed 1,000-yard eyes, moving rapidly beneath. When he enlisted, he was still having wet American dreams. The worst kind now are the kind he remembers. The best kind deafen the shrieking tinnitus of his memory. Lives declaring their final moment in wailing surprise, like confused dogs at the vet. Freedom rings a bell. 3. He cannot quell his wildfire hunger during the day. He cannot clot his flooding bloodthirst with his awake pulse. His stomach turns, ruminating over dripping hot spits. He cannot help but drool from machine-dissociated flesh, longing seriously for uncut, marbled fat, longing more than anything to devour some tenderness. He is American. He cannot wash the ketchup off his hands. But he is sleeping, and everything is still alive. For he dreams, why should my roots end at the skin contained? His feet implant through the loose soil. His twisted veins search unimpeded. For the sun, it is always wanted, warmth, the sensation only the living can describe. The sun is as everywhere as it can be. Even between the cracks in his rugged bark, a desperate child looks through the park with lost supermarket eyes. Himself as a boy. The boy approaches and stops. The boy leans against his trunk and rests in his shade. 5. He opens his eyes to the more real world. Brightness. The flames engulf his entirety like a balloon bursting in reverse.
All right. So Sylvia moved into the community, into Akron, I don't know, several months ago, and stumbled onto us and been a regular ever since. Been a great addition. So glad you're out here. Great energy. Thank you. Next up to the open mic, I don't know how you found us, TaJuan, but you stumbled in one night, introduced yourself, and you've been coming regularly ever since. I'm super excited. TaJuan is a future feature here. I can't remember which month. December. I think that's right. You go to angrycowpoetry.com and figure all that out. But if you need to know in advance, but I think December's right. Please welcome to the stage TaJuan Immanuel, sKai.
Awesome. Thank you for the warm welcoming.
You don't need to leave. I'll get you.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. I'm just going to read one poem. It's titled Another Sunday. I wrote it thinking about like the with like the process of healing in mind, that like how it seems very like kind of just lame. It's a lot of hard work to heal. It takes a lot of time. It's a lot of just like many things you have to do like over and over and over, and like when doing that, like in a lot of processes, it's just like you kind of just want it, to have your rewards, and somewhere in the middle of that, you can feel very like bitter more than anything. And I kind of wanted to like capture that in the poem. So yeah, it's just a mindset. So yeah, just give me 1 second. Okay. Another Sunday. And again, I lost myself in the midst of my dreams, awakening estranged, a fleshy shadow, my skin anew, yet brutally used. A trampled piece of goodwill gold, the most honest definition of the body I dare to call mine. Each morning, another birth. Each morning, another Sunday. Another day eclipsed from God's will. Another day a father is farther away from his son. And again I drop to my crooked knees in meditation, the language in my skull locked in chains, far too monstrous for prayer. So where else would my words go but ink? My life more a cautionary tale than a hero's journey. But could the honesty of my rhetoric be considered healing or suffering with theatrics? Sinking or floating without fear? As time continues on and on, could there even be a distinction? Do not mistake these as questions, but avenues to navigate and travel nowhere desirable. This body delivered into this world without mapping or direction. An American black man in the spring of his life, mentally trudging through an East Coast winter of generational hurt. So how could I truthfully know the sun? The sun rises, the sun sets, but only the planets dance. So more piles of lies to drown in. Each morning another Sunday, each morning another day of patience for the sun. The same routine on perennial repetition. Each inhale another act of forgiveness. Each exhale another reminder of grace. And again, it's another glass of orange juice, another egg to scramble, another privilege to be alive. And again, I forget my amens and instead open up for the sun's voice. Unfaltering faith in her vision and warmth, even when laid to rest by the clouds of November. Unlike a real man, stuck in a constant state of hard work, and again, I am the son that failed his fathers. I have walked miles upon miles in these thoughts. I am tired. So wake me in a week. Wake me up for another Sunday. No matter the circumstances, I am still a flower of the Lord's garden. Have mercy on my weeds. These dreams have made me weak. And again, I am in awe of the resemblance between trauma and triumph. Thank you so much.
How y'all feeling? I am not as tall as Twan. All right, we need to adjust that, so I'm not going like this. All right, we have several new additions to the open mic. If you're not yet on there, would like to be, throw your name on there. The next poet to the open mic I saw at Temple of Passions event. Shout out to Kara McDade, wherever you are at in this room or in the back, wherever you're at right now, in the back. All right. But please welcome for the first time here to Angry Cow Poetry, ItsAutomatik.
How y'all doing tonight? All right. This is a piece that I call Let Me Go. It's pretty much self-explanatory. Why y'all won't let me go? I can still feel y'all weak spirits attached to me, as if you need me. But when I was around, all y'all did was disparaging me and attacking me. What y'all need my energy to charge up something within you? I'm closing out this cycle because I don't have any more I can give you. You shut me out, disrespected me, with no hesitation. You said I brought nothing to the table, and you had no reservations. So I disappeared, now this appears. A feeling like someone's pulling me. Spirit telling me you thinking of me, and now you can truly see. My light was always bright, even when you tried to throw shade on it. You saw my heart was huge, instead of embracing it, you prayed on it. Now I pray over you, and hope you feel these messages. Next time you find a heart as pure as mine, you'll realize what the blessing is. I wish you all the best. The success I hope you truly find, because my world is closed off to you. My energy won't run through your mind. Fake loves, I release you. Fake friends, I release you. I have nothing more to learn from you, and my absence is going to teach you. It's crazy. When I was with you, I couldn't get close enough to meet you. But now that I'm distanced from you, I can feel all these thoughts really reach you. Treated me like I was beneath you. These feelings that I say is real. Y'all didn't love me, and I didn't love myself. But now we on the equal playing field. I'm not playing with my own heart, my own mind, or my own soul. I'm not mad or bitter about it. We all had to play our own role in order for me to find my purpose, because I really had to see this journey for me to heal wasn't ever really just for me. I can heal wounds for others. I can help them on their journey. With my experience, I was forged in fire while fake people tried to burn me. tried to turn me. Cynical, an integral part of my growth. I used to drink to drown my sorrows, but nowadays I choose to toast to my future self, because my present self is preparing me for glory. I now realize these are life parables and no longer horror stories. I'm just grateful that God put y'all in my path for me to learn to let things go. So now let me go. I'm no longer your concern.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, ItsAutomatik. I'm so glad you're here tonight. We're going to keep the open mic rolling. Again, if you're not on it, the list is over there if you'd like to be. One poem each, because we got features rolling, or we got open mic poets rolling through, and then we're going to have features rolling through in the back. It's a big night. Please welcome next to the stage, so I can't see you at the moment, but I'm trusting you are nearby. I can see your hat. Please welcome to the stage last month's feature, QintheStu.
Hey everybody.
Hello.
How's it going?
Right.
Alright, bet. That's actually what I was thinking about doing anyway. So this one's called The Drummer Man.
Right.
It's Sunday afternoon. Those 4 old guys who hang out in the basement should probably be coming over soon. They spend hours just drinking brews and smoking funny cigarettes or whatever grown-ups do. I think they're a band, but I just know them as 4 old friends of the drummer man. One who plays the guitar, another who plays a bigger guitar. He's the drummer man's brother. One who sings, and one who pulls a bunch of strings on a tiny metal table, and there's a naked lady on the side of the box it comes in, and to be honest, I think it's awesome. Walking into the basement is like crossing into a different dimension and getting a taste of all the things not discussed at the kids' table. The drummer man calls it the blues, but I usually think of it more as red, because that's the color of the living room floor, and when I lay there with my ear to the ground, something about the force of the amps, the chords and chants that come out when they try to sing makes my heart do the same. I could kill times with cartoons and video games, or I could stay there all day and melt into all the magic being made. I can feel the floor shake. Some days I try to hold it still just to say that I could, and if it's the hardwood floor of the kitchen instead, I just stomp back at the noisy neighbors downstairs. At one point, I learned how to do it on beat. My feet don't just keep up anymore, they almost seem to set the pace. There's rhythm in the rafters, a pulse in the plumbing chase, the cabinets swing open and close with the same cadence, and together the whole house makes music. It's the truest form of Sunday service I can say I've been to. So each week I spend the last few moments praying it never ends, but of course at some point it always does. They pack up all the love in those shiny cases they brought it in and take it with them, probably to share with their families. It's only fair they get some too, and at the end of the day, down in the basement, with a little more room to move, the drum set still stands. And I get to play around and be the coolest one in the whole band, the one who sets the tone, the heartbeat to every song, the drummer man, or as I like to call him, Dad. Thank you so much. Follow me on Instagram at QintheStu.2. Thanks. Have a nice night.
All right. So the next poet up to the mic, I met at an event hosted and curated by Coco Weaponry, one of the features later this evening in the back here. Please welcome to the mic, TSouL.
Hi guys.
Hi.
I'm nervous.
All right. We're here for you.
Yeah.
Trigger warning.
All right.
I've been planning my suicide for about 4 years now, y'all. Or maybe it's been 5. But every time I build the courage to try to act, something always tends to change my mind. And I'm still trying to figure out why. Why won't my soul let me act on something that my mind wants so eagerly? Maybe it's because my mind and my soul are always at odds. But oddly enough, I'm still trying to manifest every goal that I set back when I was still in love with God. But now that I've fallen off course, again and again, time after time, I'm afraid that if I even try calling his line, he won't answer. And I try healing myself sometimes, but this pain just keeps spreading like a cancer. But God, I don't want to die, but I don't want to live with this pain. And I don't want to keep looking for new places to try to hoard all this shame. Because God, these walls are closing in and these rooms are beginning to look the same, and I'm so tired of going around and around on this merry-go-round because, God, I'm tired of feeling dizzy and I'm so tired of falling down. See, I just want to stand. Stand for something greater than me, but God, how come nobody ever wants to stand up for me? And why am I always in this constant battle with the man that I am and the man that I want to be? God, I just want to know myself. And see, I just want to know my wealth. And God, if I can't receive it from you, then I just need to know where I can find some help. And I've been purposely leaving my steel at home lately because I don't want to use it on myself, but still I feel like these thoughts are constantly racing after peace, but how will I ever reach if this peace is never being still? And if these thoughts are so bad for me and the reason for my downfall, then I guess that it's only logic that I defend myself from myself. But see, I need help because I just want to live and I just want to thrive. And I just want to find a place where my dreams and my fears and my pride can co-reside. But see, I feel tired because I've been diving so deeply into my journey and releasing all my worries that I've been neglecting the real meaning of deep rest. See, I just need some deep rest so I could take some time to sit back and reflect. But how can I do that when I look into the mirror and I don't know the 1 or 2 minutes looking back at me? God, these thoughts are really getting bad for me. And I'm just so sick of these nightmares and things just blocking out on my dreams that every day just seems that everything is just looking bleak. But still I'm remaining meek by trying to walk this long path of brown grass with sharp turns and broke glass with this pen with this slim ink and my thoughts in my notepad with cuts on the bottom of my feet right next to blisters from last week. But I'm still just stomping up the mountain until I finally reach the peak.
Let's go. Come on.
And I've come way too far now to even think about turning around and going right back down to where I was. So now I'm clearing all my closets of the fears that I was hiding until I reached the back and uncovered the love. And now everything I used to hide up in the closets of my mind, I just lay them out and put them in these lines. So now instead of killing myself, I'm just killing these thoughts. Because I'm too busy chasing dreams till they're finally caught.
All right. Thank you, so powerful. All right, how y'all doing?
Good.
Love it. All right, please welcome next to the stage, fantastic former feature here at the Angry Cop Poetry Altar Living Room. Please give it up for Morgan Paige.
Congratulations, Keith.
Thank
on
you.
this major accomplishment. Sorry, y'all, I gotta get myself together.
Good.
Beautiful lady.
Thank you. I have seen the devil. We shook hands, rubbed shoulders, exchanged glances. I let him charm me, ignoring some of his advances, watched his eyes wander my clavicle. I kept his feelings at bay by entertaining his conversations, let his past life sift my better judgment. I condoned his ill behaviors and made excuses for his mishaps. I've laughed at his jokes and cast judgment on his ex-lovers, cursed his parents for not parenting him the way that he needed, and anybody else for that matter who stood in the way of his healing. I even condemned myself for his mistreatment. I've seen the devil. I know how his nose flares at the sin of new prey, how his posture changes when his skeletons enter the room. I notice the way he uses too many of the wrong words to get his point across. I've studied him carefully, knowing the gestures he uses to get close. Sometimes when he is blinded by my beauty, he begins to ramble off at the mouth, revealing his plans, confessing to the ways he's gathered the others, and I wouldn't call him a liar, no. I'd say he's just really good at omitting the truth, leaving out the part, maybe even joking when he resembles the bad guy too much. You know, when you get too attached to the character, the mask gets harder to come off. Last year, the devil sent 3 of his demons to attack, weakening my immunity by talking too damn much. He studied me. He knew I was a sucker for conversation, deep, vulnerable talk. I let these demons talk my ears off their words like microdoses of venom penetrated my purity. They hated how intangible I was. One of them even whined, where my hug at? And that he ain't never been good with rejection, tone of voice. My touch had that placebo effect, made him feel like I was going to heal everything or something, so I starved him of it all. I know the devil. I seen him. I even thought we was friends. We both eating out the palms of each other's hands. I'd feed his ego and he'd cure my craving for a sad story. That was my comfort food before I became one. Then I grew uncomfortable. See, I no longer had the stomach for the same trauma dumping over and over again. My stomach too weak to take on all that trauma dumping. And you know, I heard that trauma dumping only leads you into nasty as shit. So let me show you just how nasty it gets. That devil sent the last one of his flock, dark skinned, taller than me, tattooed demon nigga, had eyes like beams. He stops me, he asks, "Are you married?" He says, "You look like a wife." As if he didn't know I just completed a 25-day marriage fast the night before. Long story short, I'm weak, he's hungry. He feasts, no fork, takes my 2 years, 4 months abstinence, scarfs it down to 6 minutes and says, "Let's pray." I could have sworn right then that he was a backwards nigga because only a predator prays after he already ate, so I'm grieving. Grieving the 28 months that I vowed to God I wait to share my body with the man I chose to say I do to. Grieving for being a heathen, thinking demons don't be feasting on the good girls who ain't found their no yet. Grieving for all the fucks I gave because I now no longer have any more left to give. Grieving for y'all. Really, anybody who knew me before January 6th, because I ain't been right since. And I don't plan on being a nice girl anymore. That was me in the past tense. Thank you.
Yeah. We still have time for a couple more here on the open mic. Thank you so much, Morgan. Please welcome next to the stage, sincerely, Cerise.
Alright, ode to Angela. With consonants, unable to form the perfect words, my tongue longed to buy a vowel. Oh. A sound that is usually used to elicit excitement but is now synonymous with disappointment. You never fit the size of your potential even though I thought I could have it tailored. I believed in us more than you did. We never stood a chance because every time I held out my hand you let us fall. And I just sat there, picking myself apart. I even tried to measure my worth against that of others, and that's when the scale broke. You see, I used the ash of which you reduced me to and watered it with the tears that I cried, but I have you to thank for the phoenix who rose from it because still I rise. But that's the resilience of my type. But they no longer make my addition. With the courage to stay open to love even if it doesn't reciprocate my feelings. Yes, you broke me. And in these shards you'll wonder where my secret lies. How I'm still able to allow a smile to dance across my lips until it pirouettes in my eyes. I stand up straight, hips swaying as I walk to the door. Your gaze, no break, suddenly rides my restraints, and I want to undo everything and crash right back into you. But I can't. You see, I have to love me enough to let you go. And the beauty in doing so is knowing you can't duplicate authenticity, and what I gave you is real. So while you may find temporary satisfaction in her, baby, she'll never be me. You see, I am a phenomenal woman. Phenomenally. A phenomenal woman. That's me.
Yeah.
In case you want to follow me at Sincerely Cerise.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Cerise. Did I miss any non-features who wanted on the open mic and didn't get a chance to put their name on there yet? All right. Yeah, you got this. All right, you're next. We're going to wrap up here in a second. Are you ready?
Sure.
If not, I can give you a minute. But
Yeah.
you good?
Sure, yeah.
All right. Please welcome to the stage, member one of the most awesome bands in the Akron area, Church of Starry Wisdom. Give it up for Amygdala.
Transcribe of things that were coming into me, and I wanted to share that. Waves of overlapping, spilling imaginations of continuation, apprehensive apparitions, endocrines, epidermis filter, uncontrolled laughter. My face is wet with oh no. It's not that I'm afraid, it's that my courage was poorly made. The better way to give of myself is to give up myself. Be the breath, see through death. Being alive is squatters' rights. Concentrated pulses, time a solid object that can be pushed and bullied if we so absorb. And we are beads of pearl porcelain, abject object at levels with devils. Weary wanderers that instigate integration, investigate the experiment, the fraudulent equities, educated, affirmative, and instilled, willed, removed, abused, magic refuse, thundering applause, revelizing the cause. Instilled to acclimate my advice to the swing of it. We are still here around the flight system. Accuse me of unwayfaring to strangers as we look on, wanting hope to resolve us. Abhor thusly, we can always be spun to the shadows of doom. Wherewithal, wherewith none, we could not do. A separation of love from you. She wants you to be strong, but I just want to be held. I want rest before I run again. Slimly, slimily, slank, swank, slippery suntan lotion. What's going to happen to us when we don't remember? Oblivion was the gift to ourselves. Anesthetics for the parts of us we must amputate. It's not because we hate, quite the opposite, but the gang here will kill the rest. So we do our best and say goodbye. Someone is there and here. If it's just me on the other side, then I'm alone, and the lonely universe didn't want to be alone, so it split itself into many. Every once in a smile, the laugh tears diminish, the pain, other times it just hurts, and I squeeze out a smile like popping a pimple. I cry, the beloved sees and remembers me.
Yeah. Eric, I'm going to have you wait till the back room if that's okay, because I got one more. Otherwise, I'd have jumped you on, but I want to give a little bit of time.
In the back room. That's fine.
I'll put you in the back room. You wait in the back.
Nobody wants a baby in the corner.
Eric is one of the awesome features in the back, in the main stage. Here in just a few minutes, we're going to wrap up the open mic with one more performer, and then we're going to, at least the performers, head to the back for a minute. Give us a minute. We're ready. We'll call the rest of y'all back there too. Last to the open mic stage, please welcome Jewel Justice.
Any requests? Because I have no idea what I want to do because I literally walked in the door.
You did. You literally walked in the door.
Anybody help me out?
With the big words that I like.
The big words?
Which one I'm talking
You
about.
need me using big words. So
That's a good request.
that is a very bad request.
All right, maybe.
But I did open myself up to that. How does my pen make you feel? Does my writings open your mind? Does it encourage and uplift you, leaving you feeling bumptious? How does my pen make you feel? Do you find rejuvenation in my words? Do you find tranquility amid the syllables of the words I speak? Does my descriptive use of adjectives, adverbs, and nouns take you on a luxurious journey? Does the melodious tune of my voice lull you into a sense of security? Do you find peace in the vocal reverberations resounding in the antechamber of my throat? How does my pen make you feel? Does it lick up your spine like a lover's caress, traveling across your hippocampus to the prefrontal cortex, dancing on your hypothalamus, stimulating the gray matter of your mind? How does my pen make you feel? Does it tease the sapiosexual side of you? How does my pen make you feel? Are you enjoying the exhalation of oxygen exiting my throat as I breathe into you? Will my dentist know what I've been up to? How does my pen make you feel? Are my word selections propitious to your ears? How does my pen make you feel? Is it fallacious? How does my pen make you feel? Does it elicit suspicious choices? How does my pen make you feel? Does it assuage your need to build walls? Does this quill, chisel, and chip away at these barriers between us? How does my pen make you feel? Does this ink cause a flood cascading, torrential outpouring, spring erupting? How does my pen make you feel? Are you unable to contain or express the vim in your body? How does my pen make you feel? Does it express that I want you to feel ataraxia in my presence? How does my pen make you feel? Does it give you the reassurance of my unfeigned emotions? How does my pen make you feel? Home. Thank you.
Thank you, Joel. Give it up one more time for all the amazing poets on the open mic. Give it up for the amazing audience in here, for everyone being here and present, and all the energy you're providing. Give it up to the Rialto Theater. Amazing place to be. They run all kinds of great events here. Keep coming back. We're going to close up the open mic because we're going to start getting ready to move you to the back for the main event. Seth will get you on drinks. Michael makes great sandwiches over there. Do what you need to do. Features, you can head to the back if you're still out here, and we will get things moving in the back here in just a minute.